It's like, girl, your hair is going to fall out. You are going to be bald. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you have never seen me before, my name is Brittney Gray. I'm owner and stylist at Beach Vibes Beauty Studio. Before I get into today's video though, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe and then hit the notification bell. And for those of you who are subscribed to my channel, hit the notification bell, make sure it's on, because I've had a lot of people leave me comments saying that they were unsubscribed to my channel and that they're not getting my videos. And then also just keep in mind, just a friendly reminder, I am here every Thursday and every Saturday, every single week. So I was debating whether or not I should even film this video because I know it's gonna be controversial. And then also, I just like to be very private when it comes to a lot of things in my personal life and clients. However, you know, I thought about it and I feel like telling these crazy client stories will help people, because I feel like with crazy clients, there are always like a couple of red flags, but I feel like we ignore that because I feel like, well, you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, and everybody's personality is different. Some people just have little quirks about them, whatever, but then there are a very, very select few people that you deal with that are just like on another level. If you are a stylist or if you just work with the general public, no matter if you're a waitress, whatever, leave me a comment down below right now and tell me, have you ever dealt with a crazy client, a crazy customer, whatever. I love hearing these stories. This is for entertainment and educational purposes. Please don't get mad at me. So once upon a time, I got an email from somebody, and she was a referral from a family member of mine. We're corresponding via email, and she says that she wants gray hair. Send me pictures. It wasn't too crazy gray. So I was like, okay, we may be able to do that, so come on in. Let's just say she was set to come in on Monday at 10 a.m., okay? So I'm there at my studio. It's 10 a.m. and I'm like, okay, she's late. But then, you know, stuff happens. I allow like a 15-minute grace period because I live in LA. Traffic is crazy. There's, you know, every day that you drive, you're gonna drive by like an accident or construction or whatever. Traffic is just crazy. And then parking, like the whole situation. And then sometimes you just run late, whatever. So I give a 15-minute grace period. So 10 o'clock, 10:05, like a couple minutes later, she calls me. She said, hey, I'm trying to find your studio. I'm trying to park or whatever, but like, I don't see where you are. I'm like, okay, are you on this street and this street? The parking structure is here, but like giving her directions. And then she tells me, I'm on First Street. And I was like, okay, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm trying to give her direct. I'm on the phone with this girl for like 5 minutes. And then finally, I'm like, where are you? Like, where are you? And then she's like, I'm in downtown LA. I'm at City Hall. And I'm like, what the? I work generally in Los Angeles County, okay? But where I work specifically is in the South Bay area of Los Angeles and the beach cities, okay? Downtown LA is up here. Where I work is down here. Like, I work in the beach, on the coast. Downtown LA is like right here, all right? And so I'm like, what the heck? She's like, yeah, on your business listing, it said that these are the directions it gave me. So I'm like, okay, honest mistake. I don't have anybody booked after you, so then just drive here. I'm already annoyed, okay? But then I'm like, you know, shit happens. So I get off the phone with her and I'm like, okay, my business listing is wrong, so let me correct it. Let me go on Google Maps and correct it. So I go on and I'm like, no, like this is all legit. I text her and I was like, oh, my business address is correct. She said, oh, like on your Instagram it says Los Angeles, California. So I clicked on that. Girl, let me show you what my business listing says. On Instagram, you know how if you create a profile, you can put like your general location, and mine says Los Angeles, California. It's just my general location because obviously if somebody, see, probably have fingerprints and whatever on my phone, but see how it just says Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles, California is my general location, so that way when somebody, I don't know, if you see a video and you're like, oh, I want to get my hair done by her, where is she? Like, it could have been New York, it could have been wherever. I put Los Angeles, California, so people know generally where I am, where I work, where I exist in the world. This girl went to my Instagram and she was like, oh, directions to, like, this is her address. So she clicks on Los Angeles, California, okay, and this is where it takes you. It literally takes you to the heart of Los Angeles, California. So I text her back and I'm like, There was no address on there. It just says Los Angeles, California. Like there's no number address. There's no street, at least. And then there's no zip code. It just says literally Los Angeles, California. So you seriously, literally clicked on Los Angeles, California, got in your car, had the nerve to get in your car and just let the navigation guide you. You didn't think, like, even for people who are bad with directions, whatever, that has never, it's like, really? Would you write a letter, okay, or pay a bill or whatever, and you're like, oh, well, I know that I'm writing a letter to my grandma, and I know my grandma lives in Miami, Florida, so I'm gonna write her a letter, put it in an envelope, and then just write Miami, Florida on there, and then just think that it'll somehow get to her exact door. But whatever, you know what? Everybody's different. Everybody has their little quirks, right? She gets there about an hour later, and then even when she comes up, again, she's still on the Los Angeles, California thing. She's like, look, like, I don't understand. And it's like, you know what? I try to explain to this woman, this grown woman, she's older than me. I try to explain. She still didn't get it, and I'm just like, let's just start your hair consultation, okay? So all of that is just one huge red flag. She has hair like up to here, right? And it's dark, like coarse hair. And I'm like, okay, so what do you think you want to do like with your color today? She shows me a picture of her hair goal. Girl. She shows me a picture of white hair, okay? I don't mean like light silver. I don't mean like platinum blonde. I mean white, okay? White like this, okay? White like this freaking eyelash glue, like white hair. And instantly I was like, honestly, I don't think we can get you there, but I can get you as blonde as possible. And I asked her, do you have any color on your hair? I haven't colored my hair in like 2 years. And then she showed me a picture to show me that she's been blonde before, and her hair was like super short. She's like, oh, like, see, my hair can get blonde. And again, like I said, her hair was dark. Her hair was like a level 3 or something like that. And I was like, you know what? If you even want to get close to this goal, it's gonna take at least 3 sessions. But today I can start that process. I will get you as light as possible. I can probably, if you're at a 4 right now, I can probably guarantee a 6 or 7, but I can't promise anything because you never know how each individual person's hair lives. I made it loud and clear over and over. I explained to her the color system. I was like, okay, these are colors, dark to light. Level 1, like 1 to 10, 1 being black, 10 being the lightest possible blonde. This is 1, this is 10, you're at about a 3 or 4, so we can probably get you up to a 6. And I told her, number 1 is your hair's health and like the hair's integrity. Like, I'm not gonna push it to the limit and whatever. So she agreed, she understood, like, yes, I'm gonna have to come in for sessions. I was like, okay, as long as you understand that, girl. I start her service. I'm doing a double process blonde. Okay, I'm putting in the bleach. Okay, and I'm working fast getting through her hair because, again, her hair is dark, it's thick, and I'm just like, girl, it starts to change. Everything's fine. I finish on time, and then I used like a balayage film, okay? I finished her service. Her color's processing. It's getting blonde. I'm like, okay, cool. Things are going as planned. Then while she's processing, she's like, oh, the back of my hair is getting really hot. I'm like, okay, go over to her, and I touch the back of her head, and it is hot, girl. Okay, it is steaming hot. And then so my heart jumps out of my chest a little bit, and then I open up the balayage film in the back, and girl, steam comes up from her balayage film, like steam, like smoke, okay? Like, I was looking at her, like, I'm standing behind her, I open the balayage film, I look at her in the mirror, and like, you can, as I open it, you can just see steam coming up from her head. Like, I have never seen this before in my life, although in the hairdressing world, it's one of those things, like, it can occur, but they are extremely, extremely rare. But I've heard of this happening. It just has never happened to me before. So I'm like, we need to rinse you right now. Mind you, I'm still trying to stay calm because I'm praying that this girl's hair doesn't fall out, let alone that she doesn't have a chemical burn. So I hurry up and rinse her hair. And as I'm rinsing her hair, I'm like, are you sure you didn't have any hair color on your hair? You didn't have any perms? You didn't have any chemical on your hair? And she's like, no, like I haven't dyed my hair in whatever many years. She says she uses salon shampoos and conditioner. Really like, okay, how is this happening? What is happening? Because the thing that occurred with her is a metallic salt reaction. So this can happen with metallic salts. It can happen with silicones, things like that that are built up onto the hair, whether you use really cheap shampoo with cheap ingredients in it that like coat your hair, like that waxy residue that coats your hair, or a metallic salt reaction, which means that she either did a box dye or did henna, okay? And that is my personal theory. After this whole kerfuffle with her, my theory that I came up with is that she had henna on her hair and she had used henna dye, but she probably didn't consider that to be dye because it's natural, and so people think that it's harmless when it's not. Anyway, so I rinse her hair and her hair is intact. It didn't fall out. She didn't have any chemical burns. I'm like, how does your skin feel? She's like, oh, I'm fine, I'm fine. She wasn't even nervous. My heart was beating, okay? My heart was beating. I'm like shaking a little bit, but I'm trying to remain calm because I don't want to scare my client. I told her what a metallic salt reaction is, and you're saying you don't have any chemicals on your hair, but I don't know how this would happen. So I was only able to get it this light today because her hair could have processed for longer if she didn't have this reaction. And so I can tone you with like a level 6, okay? And she was like, okay. I tried to tone her hair once. It wouldn't accept color, which is another sign that there's something on her hair. Eventually, after the 3rd time toning her hair, I had to tone her with a level 6 titanium, which is a gray, like a very, very dark grayish color. And because I wanted to keep it in the gray family, just because in the future, like her ultimate goal is to be gray, so I wasn't gonna tone her with something neutral or whatever. I wanted to tone her with something very ashy, and that's at her level. So then finally that ended up working. I also had cut her hair, finished her hair, blow it out, and I'm like, you know, this is the color that we were able to get today, but I think that it looks beautiful. And she's like, yeah. So she pays her bill, she leaves, and then I finish my day and blah, 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 blah. Life goes on, right? Or so I thought. So then she contacts me 2 days later. Hey Brittney, I really like this color, but a little too ashy for me, and so I wanted to know if I can come in. As a stylist, and most stylists do, I offer adjustments within a certain time period because things happen. Like you could have like a small piece of hair that the color didn't take to, and I offer an adjustment free of charge. I told her, come in next Thursday and I'm glad to tone your hair. Then she's like, actually, I was hoping to bleach it again next Thursday because this isn't like as light as I wanted it. I explained to her, you know, you had a metallic salt reaction or a silicone reaction, so I don't feel comfortable bleaching your hair anytime sooner than a month. And I told her how to take care of her hair in the meantime and what to do and whatever in preparation for that. We kept going like back and forth, and then she's like, I really just like want to bleach my hair again. I really want to get to this blonde. Blah, 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 blah. This was like all over the course of a couple hours. She kept contacting me. I tried to explain to her over and over, I'm not going to bleach your hair. Like that's not gonna happen, okay? And she's like, well then I really just want to get a refund because this isn't the color that I wanted. I even tried to refer her to somebody else. I told her like, you know, I know this great stylist. She does all these whatever different colors all the time if you want to go to her for your next session. I refer clients all the time to different stylists if I don't perform a service like extensions, for instance. I'm glad to refer you somewhere else. But that was my way, with this girl at least, of trying to just be like, no, at this point, I don't want you to come in because you are too much of a hassle, and no, you're not getting a refund. So I broke it down for her, okay, for the millionth time. For the millionth time. Finally, I was like, look, I told you from the get-go during your consultation that this is going to take at least 3 processes to get you blonde, and I also can't make any promises in terms of the final result because your hair is so dark. I explained to you the level system from 1 to 10. I explained that you are at about a 3 or 4, and the best we can get on day 1 was a 6 or a 7. I explained that to you. On top of this, I lightened your hair and you had a chemical reaction called a metallic salt reaction. If I did not rinse you when I did, your hair could have fallen out, you could have had a chemical burn, you could have been bald, you could have been permanently bald, and putting bleach on your hair is not a chance I'm willing to take. Furthermore, You're not getting a refund because I performed a service. I spent 5 hours on your hair. I took time, I used product, and I need to be compensated for that. So I hope that with the next stylist that you find, at least let her know, or him, whatever, that you had a metallic salt reaction so that way they know what to do. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay? It's like, girl, your hair is going to fall out. You are going to be bald. You're going to be bald. You're not going to have hair on your head. So why are you even pressing the issue still? She just, I don't know, she just kept hitting me up over and over like, I want white blonde hair. I want white blonde hair. I want white, white. Okay, and it's like your hair is dark and coarse. And on top of that, your almost fell out of your head when I put color on it. You're gonna be bald. Like, does that not scare you? And to me, that's a red flag of somebody who's not mentally all there, whether either she's just kind of like ditzy, you know, with the whole directions thing and on top of this, but it's like, what don't you understand? And wouldn't you be scared? Like if a doctor was like, oh, if we perform this surgery, there is a 99% chance that you could die. And I'm just like, yeah, I'd do it anyway. Like, wouldn't that be stupid? I don't get it. So I was recovering, you know, over the next couple of days. And then eventually I had kind of forgot about it. But then a month later, I get an email from Square. I use Square to charge people. And I get an email from them saying a customer wants to dispute a charge, and I'm like, what? Who? Like, you know, it's been like a month and a half later. So I'm like, who, what, when, where, why, how? So then I open the email and then I realize that it's this freaking girl. She wants to dispute the charge. So I'm like, ugh. A month later too. So I'm like, oh God, didn't I tell you? Then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dispute her dispute, you know? And they have a thing where you can fill out and give all the details of the case and things like that. And I have receipts, girl. I have receipts, emails of me telling her what had happened. If I did some horrible ombre job where it was like half and half, or if I like literally destroyed somebody's hair, like made somebody's hair fall out, then it's like, okay, like I could understand how you would want a refund. But if it's like, I explained to you that it's gonna take 3 sessions and I explained to you where we can get today and your hair is fine and your hair is intact, and I actually took into consideration the fact that I could have made you bald and you still have hair on your head, I'm sorry, you're not getting your money back, okay? I sent Square all of my receipts, not literal ones, okay? Figurative receipts, okay? Just this is what happened. I typed up a whole thing like, this is what happened, this is what occurred on this day, and blah blah blah. Here are the receipts. She received a service for 5 hours. I out of the kindness of my heart, I even gave her a small discount because of the kindness of my heart. But that's another red flag. Look, if I explain to you the process, I'm sorry, you don't deserve a discount, okay? But, you know, that's just the way I am. Like, I treat people here and there just because I'm just out of the kindness of my heart, okay? And it's like, for real, girl? And she even said, like, oh, I like my haircut and blah, 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 blah. It's just that she wanted to be blonder, even though her hair almost melted off of her head. And so she wasn't able to get a refund. So it's like, girl, you need to handle that with your bank because I'm not giving you any of my money. I'm sorry, I work hard for my money and you don't deserve my money. So bye. So that was the end of that story. If you are watching this video and you are thinking about coming into my salon and with the goal of getting gray hair, girl, I love you, but I'm not the right stylist for you, especially if your hair is dark, okay? If your hair is like a level 9 or 10, by all means, make an appointment. You can email down below, but do not come to me if you have dark hair and you want to be gray. Like, don't even come to me. I'm sorry, don't come to me. Just don't. The granny hair trend just like needs to die. And it kind of is out of style, and I feel like a lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon a little bit too late. Like, that was so, granny hair is like so 2014, 2015, you know what I'm saying? It's 2017. But in any case, if you're thinking of joining the whole granny hair trend, if you want white hair, like white photoshopped hair, please do not even come to, like, please spare me. That is just one of my crazy client stories. I have about 5 crazy people that I've ever dealt with, including this person. And I don't know if I'm gonna do another video like this because I was very iffy about even doing this in the first place. 99% of my clients are cool, and every crazy client that I've dealt with, it was like a one-time thing, and then like I just never worked with them again because it's not worth it to me. I will cut a client off quick if I see that they're crazy, because at this point it's like I deal with so much stress on a day-to-day basis. Like, you guys would be shocked the stuff that I have to deal with. And for somebody to come into my business, just want services and not want to get paid and not want to pay for it, and just think, it's like, don't even, don't even, no, I'm sorry, I'm the wrong one, okay? I am the wrong one. Anyway, that is the end of this video. If you are not subscribed to my channel, then please take a moment to subscribe and then hit the notification bell. I'm here every Thursday and every Saturday, no matter what. So just check in and see my new video. Every Thursday, every Saturday. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. And other than that, you guys will see me in my next video. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.